Do your consumer marketing efforts feel complicated? Experian Automotive delivers data-driven marketing solutions to find new customers and keep loyal ones. Drive measurable results with trusted data and expert support. Learn more at Experian.com/automotive.
Welcome to Daily Drive for Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. I'm Jamie Butters, Executive Editor of Automotive News here in Detroit.
And I'm Kellen Walker in Las Vegas. Today on the show, in a major reversal, President Trump backs Nippon's acquisition of U.S. Steel. Nissan considers selling its global headquarters. And former VW officials get jail time over the diesel emissions scandal. Plus, Toyota Motor North America CEO Ted Ogawa joins the show for an exclusive interview. He talks about how the company is navigating tariffs.
We need to think about how to localize here in the U.S. more.
Let's run through all the news you need to know to keep up in the auto industry.
President Trump now supports Japanese firm Nippon Steel's acquisition of U.S. Steel, saying it would amount to, quote, partial ownership. Trump says the deal would keep the iconic American firm in the United States. On his social media site, Truth Social, Trump wrote, quote, I am proud to announce that after much consideration and negotiation, U.S. Steel will remain in America and keep its headquarters in the great city of Pittsburgh. The announcement came hours after the White House confirmed that Trump received a recommendation from the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S., a national security panel reviewing the partnership. While no details were released, investors have expressed confidence that terms will be similar to those agreed in 2023. That deal was blocked by then-President Joe Biden over security concerns. Trump also vigorously opposed the deal during his presidential campaign. Investors have said that eventually U.S. Steel will no longer be publicly traded, and they will receive a cash payout for their shares.
Cash-strapped Nissan is reportedly planning to sell the house that Carlos Ghosn built. Japan's Nikkei Business Daily and the NHK National Broadcasting Service report that proceeds from the Japanese car maker's towering glass global headquarters in downtown Yokohama would help fund the company's urgent restructuring plan. Nissan has operated out of the 22-story high-rise since 2009. That's when then CEO Ghosn christened the new corporate compound with the debut of the Nissan Leaf electric vehicle. Fast forward 16 years, and Nissan is mired in near-record red ink and mountains of debt. It's racing to cut 20,000 jobs, shutter 7 plants, and slash more than $3.3 billion in cost.
Meanwhile, Volvo Cars will cut 3,000, mostly white-collar jobs. It's part of a restructuring as the automaker grapples with high costs, a slowdown in electric vehicle demand, and uncertainty over trade tariffs. The reductions will mostly affect office-based positions in Sweden and represent about 15% of the total office-based workforce globally. Volvo says the job cuts will affect about 1,200 employees in Sweden and about 1,000 consultants.
And 4 ex-Volkswagen managers have been convicted by a German court for their role in the diesel emissions scandal. It involved the manipulation of millions of cars and caused $2.4 billion in damages to drivers. Jens Hadler led diesel engine development from 2007 to 2011. He was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison over the sale of more than 2 million affected vehicles. Former top engineer Hanno Yildiz received 2 years and 7 months for aggravated fraud linked to the sale of nearly 3 million cars. Former executive Heinz Jakob Neusser was given a suspended sentence of 1 year and 3 months for his role in the emissions cheating scheme. A lower-ranking manager, who can only be identified as Thorsten D., received a suspended sentence of 1 year and 10 months. All 4 managers denied the charges and had sought acquittals. And those are today's headlines. So, Jamie, what are your thoughts on President Trump backing Nippon's acquisition of U.S. Steel, a move that was blocked by the previous administration?
Yeah, opposed by President Biden and opposed by candidate Trump. It's a little surprising that he would rely on the advice of the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. It's not like he's a big fan of bureaucrats in general. But I think it's the right thing. It's what I've been saying all along. I felt like, U.S. Steel needs the investment and the technology that Nippon Steel had to provide. It didn't seem that Cleveland-Cliffs had either the resources or the technology that would really make this brand competitive. We'll see. I guess apparently maybe there's some funkiness to the structure, but it turns out to be something everyone can live with. And we'll see. Maybe there'll be some complaints from the unions, but this should make their jobs more secure going forward.
Gotcha. Coming up, our exclusive interview with Toyota Motor North America CEO Ted Ogawa. That's next on Daily Drive.
Are you an automotive marketer navigating today's rapidly evolving landscape? Finding new customers and nurturing existing relationships can feel like a complex journey. But what if you had a powerful engine fueled by trusted data to guide your way? That's where Experian Automotive comes in. We understand the challenges you face. Today's personalized consumer journeys demand intelligent planning and precise execution. That's why we offer the Experian Marketing Engine, a coordinated suite of data-driven solutions designed to help you develop, execute, and most importantly, measure effective marketing campaigns. At the heart of our solutions is Experian's trusted data and a dedicated automotive team committed to your success. We empower you to drive measurable results with unique data insights, including identity solutions to help you better connect with your ideal customers with greater accuracy by cleaning and enriching your first-party data. Consumer and market insights helps you gain a deeper understanding of market trends and consumer behavior, enabling you to better target consumers. Targeted audiences to help you pinpoint and target the right prospects at the right time with the right message. Better data truly connects you to better results. Stop guessing and start driving measurable impact with Experian Automotive. Ready to transform your automotive marketing? Visit Experian.com/automotive to learn how our data-driven solutions can help you find new customers, keep loyal ones, and navigate the road ahead with confidence. That's Experian.com/automotive. Take control of your marketing journey today.
Welcome back to Daily Drive. I'm Jamie Butters with Kellen Walker. Japanese automakers are feeling the brunt of President Trump's tariffs and the economic uncertainty surrounding them. Toyota faces the biggest hit in the entire auto industry. While it hasn't released an official tally related specifically to tariffs, its latest operating income projection of 3.8 trillion yen for the year is far below the 4.7 trillion yen previously expected by analysts. I recently traveled to Toyota's offices in Plano, Texas, and spoke with Toyota Motor North America CEO Ted Ogawa. Here's our conversation. Ted Ogawa, welcome to Daily Drive.
Thank you.
So good to meet with you here in Plano. Let's talk about the U.S. market. Demand has been strong, but affordability and pricing remains a challenge for a lot of consumers. Tariffs only add to that challenge going forward. How are you thinking about addressing affordability and Toyota's role in trying to serve customers in this environment?
Okay. So as you said, the demand is still strong, but we have very uncertain, like tariffs or others. In this sense, the affordability is very key for the customer. So before the tariffs, the car prices are increasing. So affordability is one of the concerns which we are facing. So in our lineup, Corolla and Corolla Cross is very key for the entry market or entry segment. So means we have to do the what make those entry products more competitive. So those vehicles, like a Corolla sedan is built in the Mississippi, and the Corolla Cross built in Alabama. So those two plants, especially, we need to focus on how to make those products competitive, including manufacturing technology such as the automations. But anyway, we need to make it competitive. And then my strategy for that, even model change timing coming soon. But my thinking is that the hardware portion is carried over and the software must be maintained. However, to keep competitiveness, hardware area might be carried over.
Maybe keep the same platform for a little longer than usual to keep the cost down?
You're right.
Okay. So coming into the year, Toyota was projecting 16 million, maybe a little more than that, light vehicle sales in the U.S., about comparable with last year. Is that still your expectation? It seems like things have gotten a lot more uncertain with the tariff environment.
So it's quite difficult to predict.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're right, our current assumption is like 60.1, 6.2 the services.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened in the last month or March or April, like a size like over 17 million,
Mm-hmm.
it's including a kind of the last minute demand.
Right.
It's not usual basis. So I'm not sure what happened in the future, but I hope it's 16 million.
Mm-hmm.
But in the worst case on the tariff impact, like goes down like 15 million,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no one knows. We should be flexible for that.
Try to maintain flexibility.
Yeah.
Of course, you keep really lean inventories at your dealerships, so that you're not going to be overexposed if the market does slow down, I would imagine. Your dealers enjoy having a low inventory?
I don't know they're enjoying or not, but yeah, our day supply is less than 10 days. So means it's very high turnover ratio. That's
Mm-hmm.
good sign for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to, on the other side, still some product is a lack of product.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to ask manufacturing side to catch up those still lack of demand.
What do your dealers need the most? What vehicles do they need the most?
I think it's a lab for Sienna and then other like the Indiana products such as the Grand Highlander
Mm-hmm.
or TX in Lexus.
Mm-hmm. Very popular, very fast-turning
Popular,
vehicles. Yeah. With the tariffs, and I know it's been challenging because the tariff policies have changed, so frequently. How do you try to address the cost challenges, and how do you think about things like, can you increase RAV4 production in Kentucky, or should you make Tacoma in Texas again, which I think you used to, but you don't now? How do you weigh all these challenging decisions?
So no one predicts what tariff going on for the future. However, we're facing huge challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 55% building here, but the 25% built in Canada and Mexico, and then 20% is coming from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So in this sense, it's ongoing as a 20%. It's huge impact for us.
Mm-hmm.
So in this sense, we need to think about how to localize here in the US more.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Lab 4 is a kind of opportunity to build in somewhere in the US.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great opportunity. But that should be not politics driven. That should be it's good for the customer. We should do that.
Mm.
We have the fundamental philosophy, which is build where we sell, buy where we build. So in this sense, it's good for the customer. We should do that. Mm-hmm. But it takes time, but we do that. Another concern about tariffs is that supply chain. Mm-hmm. So our supply chain currently is very well established, mm-hmm. including the USMCA framework. Mm-hmm. So this supply chain cannot change overnight. Mm-hmm. So, and also among suppliers, they have kind of small business supplier included. Yeah. So we need to take care of them. And then supply chain is one of my current biggest concern in facing the tariffs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you say they can't make changes overnight. Can they make changes in 6 months? Is that a reason, or does it take a year for a Denso or an Aishin or a Bosch to ramp up, or to get, second and third tier suppliers that are more domestic?
Yeah. I cannot say 6 months or 1 year, but it takes time. However, we ask or keep on talking or keep on discussing with supplier side how to face that, localize more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you said, including tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah. So I want to ask you this, as you know, this is Automotive News' centennial year. We turn 100 this year in 2025. And we're asking some sort of big picture questions of industry leaders that we're talking to throughout the year. And so I wanted to ask you to name someone who has significantly improved the industry, and what did that person do?
Okay. So firstly, let me say congratulations on the 100 years anniversary on the Automotive News. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then I look at I'm asking the ChatGPT what happened in 100 years ago. At that time, T-type Ford is growing, means that car is popularized. However, in the case of Japan, there's no car, mostly no car. So that's what happened 100 years ago. So in this sense, I'm respecting a kind of pioneer people such as Daimler or Mr. Ford or Benz, like that. But talking about Toyota, the significant one is Toyota family. So I mean, the Akio's great-grandfather, Sakichi Toyoda, is starting the old loom machine business. So to sell that patent, using that money, the son of Kiichiro Toyoda started the automotive business. And then his son, Shoichiro Toyoda, expand this business globally. And right now, Akio is now thinking mobility for the future. So that a kind of the thick pipe of the Toyota family. However, we never forget about there are many leaders, even they are nameless. There are many leaders. So you can see the video of the title of the leaders. It's not multiple, not a leader, but leaders. It's a video for the focus on the Kiichiro's automobile starting business story. But they are not only focused on the Kiichiro, but also many leaders existed, even not nameless. So I'm fully respecting that kind of the nameless leaders, and also suppliers and the dealers are kind of our stakeholders.
Ted Ogawa, CEO of Toyota Motor North America. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for your time. Congratulations again.
That's Daily Drive for today. I'm Jamie Butters.
And I'm Kellen Walker. Thanks to Automotive News executive producer Jake Neer, as well as our own Hans Greimel for his reporting for today's podcast. You can get the latest news on tariffs, suppliers, and everything happening in the auto industry at autonews.com.
We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of the show and the topics we covered today. Send us an email at dailydrive@autonews.com or leave us a voicemail at 313-444-2774. And if you enjoy the podcast, remember to like, leave a review, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.